from Knit Collage. I am so pumped to be back here with you today to talk about the Kaleidoscope patterns. These are much loved patterns here in the Knit Collage world, and we're going to go deep into all the nitty-gritty details and all the Kaleidoscope patterns with you here, and I can't wait in just a few. But before we do, I just wanted to pop in and say a quick word about where I am with all my projects that I left off on from the last time I popped in here and did a big vlog on all the things I've been working on. So I have finished a lot of those projects, and it's been very satisfying because I have been strictly holding myself to a policy of not starting more projects before I finish ones that are on the needles. Now, I haven't completely been successful because, of course, I've got work knitting I have to do. So I have a lot of new knit along projects that's work related, but also super fun, and I'm really enjoying those. So that's got in the way of me finishing some of these lingering projects, but in slowly but surely making my way through all of them. So I plan to come back here in a week or so and dive deep into all those projects with you, and I cannot wait. There's a lot. So if there's anything you want to see in particular, or you want to hear me talk about in particular, project-wise, let me know in the comments or send me a DM. I'd love to hear. Okay, so Kaleidoscope patterns. These are much loved Knit Collage patterns from the vault that we are making available as individual PDF downloads, just as individual patterns in the coming week. So I thought it would be worthwhile to do a video here about every single one of them. We'll talk about every single one of them briefly, but we'll go into detail about every single one. We'll talk a little bit about the origins of how this pattern came to be, and I think that's it. I'm going to encourage all of you to watch some of the celebration videos from years past, seasons past, where we have knit this sweater, because you will get so many ideas on what's possible with this design. No two are alike. It's just so incredibly inspiring to see. So I'll leave you with that. Now let's go back in time to the origins of this sweater. So the origins of this sweater really start with my Penguano sweater. So in 2019, it might have even started in 2018, I started knitting a Penguano sweater. This is a pattern by West Knits, and oh my gosh, I just had so much fun with it because I was mixing colors and yarns in a way that just felt free and intuitive, right? It was whatever I wanted to put next, I put next. I had this big trash bag full of yarn. It came everywhere with me, and it took me a really long time to make it, but it was really fun and really freeing. So I had this idea of color, yarn, texture mixing in the back of my mind. In that pattern, I used all different yarns, ours, but for the majority, not our yarns. So I knew I wanted to sort of bring this concept of yarn mixing and intuitive knitting into our patterns here at Knit Collage. And at that point, Laurel Gervitz, who is an incredible pattern designer, had just designed the Pixelated Cardi, which is another, I would say, classic here at Knit Collage, another classic. And we did that, I think we did that in 2019, that knit along. And I had the idea, because the pattern was so good, it's a simple cardigan, top-down yoke style cardigan, to try that pattern in a mix of different yarns, like a kaleidoscope. And that's really how the kaleidoscope idea came to be. I used the pixelated pattern and turned it into the kaleidoscope sweater. And so really it's Laurel's pattern, and it was just me experimenting that led to the evolution of the kaleidoscope patterns. And from there we sort of went nuts with them. We got really creative. So that's the story of how it all began. And I'm gonna insert pictures here along the way in this YouTube. So the very first one I knit was this one. It was a short sleeve sweater version. I think I used over 40 different types of yarn, although I can't remember going through and counting them all, although I think I did at the time. And we made it short sleeve. I made a little bell to the bottom of the sweater, so we did some increases to make it bell out. You don't have to do that, of course. It's just if you want to. And I love the way it turned out, and I had so much fun knitting it. And as I started to post about it on social media, other people got excited about it too. And that's how we turned it into the pattern it became. So it started out as a short sleeve sweater pattern, and we created kits where I think you used 2 different mini skein sampler kits of ours and 1 main color. I think that was the original kit. And that would have been probably spring 2020 knit along. So that was the first iteration of this sweater. And then I think, I totally could have this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the following fall, 2020, we came out with the cardigan version. And this would have been the second one that I knit that I'm wearing. And we turned it into the cardigan. And I never went through and counted all the yarns in this one, but there's quite a lot. It's so much fun. And I think at this point we got these, this is right when we got these really cool iridescent clear acrylic buttons from Katrinkles made. And they just look, I love the techie vibe with the rustic mix match yarn. So that's how this one came to be. And I'm pretty sure this was part of our fall 2020 knit along. And we offered the solid and mixed yarns as well. So these, I think, are the 2 core Kaleidoscope patterns, the sweater version and the cardi version. So we've gone on to create a long sleeve version of this sweater. It's also been really popular. So you could do it short sleeve, you could do it long sleeve, you could add the flare to the body, or you could knit it straight. And then the cardi version could be solid, could be mixed yarns. So I'm going to just add some pictures of all of these samples from past photo shoots to the video. You can see that I've experimented with length a lot too. So I have one sample that's very long, and I can think of at least one creative knitter who made one that was like, I don't know, maybe to her knees. It was incredible. We have seen variation upon variation of this design, and they're all incredible. So those are just some of the pictures of the Kaleidoscope sweaters. Like I said before, if you check these out in our celebration videos from those past knit-alongs, you will get so many more ideas. These are just the ones that we knit as a team here at Collage. So I think as far as these 2 go, the coolest thing for me to see and to think about as a creative and as a designer, even as a business owner, is to see how they have unlocked something in the knitter. So we have seen knitters just run wild with his idea and use up all their bits and bobs of their stash. Maybe they've used their own hand spun. I mean, it's just been like incredibly inspiring to see the community's creativity just go to these incredible places with it. And yeah, it's been so inspiring. So that's that. Now, I wanted to show you one that I wasn't going to plan to knit one. Like I mentioned already, I'm trying not to cast on new projects without finishing ones that are in the works. But I thought I would just show you this one that just came to be 5 minutes before I hit record here. So I have this Dreamland skein. This is the, I think it's Laurel Canyon, and I love it. And I've got 2 leftover mini skeins of this that I'm like, I want to make something with that. I've been wanting to make a sweater with that. And I just went through my whole stash and sort of fun experiment, put all these together. So I'll try not to tip that over. You guys can see this is sort of what I'm going for here. We'll see. I might make it less pink. I don't want it to feel exactly like this one. I think I'd rather have it be more neutral, but with some of these, like these green type colors in there, or teal, pops of teal, maybe evergreen, like those types of colors. So that was really fun. This is where I have I think it's my most favorite place to be, is just thinking about all the colors I want to incorporate into any given project. So you may see me casting that on soon. This sweater knits up on a US 17 and it knits up very quickly. So as much as I'm trying not to cast on new things, it's a very quick knit. It's not a heavy load. It won't take me months and months like some of the other projects I have going on. So that's the Kaleidoscope in the mixed yarns. Now, after this, these two patterns, we worked on those for our knit-alongs, I think around 2020, 2021, although we brought it back throughout the years. We came up with, or I should say I came up with, I'm going to just consult my little list here. Yeah, this is the next one, an embroidered version. So this would have been spring. It might have been 2021. I think it was 2021. We came up with the spring version that was the embroidered Kaleidoscope. And this is based on the same sweater body, the short sleeve sweater body in solid, but I added embroidery to it, and I used our wildflower yarn. So this is our wildflower yarn as the embroidery. And I can remember very clearly finishing this at 4 a.m., like woke up super early to finish it before a photo shoot that day. So the pattern was done, but the embroidery and the embroidery instructions were in no way completed yet. And people liked it. It did well in the design survey, I remember, and we had a bunch of people knit it. I've worn mine a lot. It is, yeah, it's a quick knit, and then you add the embroidery, and the embroidery can be according to the pattern as I've done it in the sample, or of course you can really go your own way and make it your own. So that is that one. If you wanted to do it long sleeve, if you wanted to do the embroidery on the Cardi version, you absolutely could. So there's lots of different variations that you can think about as I talk about all these patterns. So that was the embroidered one. And then after that, I'm pretty sure it was after that, and this is how the timeline goes, we came out with the kid versions of the Kaleidoscope pattern. So both the cardigan and the sweater. And this was just a matter of sizing them down, scaling them down, regrading them for kids. And, you know, we don't have any other kid patterns. These are the only two kid patterns that we have. So you'll see pictures here of our testers, and they've given us permission to publish their photos here and on our site. So they are not professional, but very real. You get to see these on real kids, and they're so good. So the sweater version and the cardigan version are going to be available now. And then the last one that we came up with, which I can't take credit for, this pattern actually was designed by Morgan, and I'm forgetting her last name right now, but I'll make sure to put that in the show notes below and give her credit, because this pattern was not Laurel's. This is completely Morgan's, is the pet sweater, the Kaleidoscope pet sweater. And this is the only, no, we have one other pet sweater by her. I forgot about that. This one, we have two. We have a Flower Power pet sweater by her, and then the Kaleidoscope pet sweater. It is so cute. And we have had pets of all sizes and shapes don the Kaleidoscope pet sweater. So it's scaled from like a Great Dane down to, you know, a teeny dog. So you could knit this for whatever size pet you have. And we do have kits available for this for the mixed yarn version. I think you could do it solid, but I'm not sure we have kits for the solid one. So those are all of them. So there's a lot. There's the Kaleidoscope sweater, which you can knit short sleeve or long sleeve, the Kaleidoscope cardi, the Kaleidoscope embroidered sweater, the kids Kaleidoscope sweaters, sweater or cardi, and then the pet sweater. So there's there's a lot that we are releasing when we release these, and they'll all be available as individual pattern downloads and as kits. And the kits, many of them will come with the class on how to make it as well. So I think the only two that don't have a class are the kids patterns and the pet sweater. The other ones we've run for knit-alongs, and we have video tutorials on how to knit those designs from start to finish, if you decided you wanted to do that. So I'm really excited about it. We have never released these patterns. Like I said, they've always been part of a knit-along, and it's really fun to bring them to the light of day and have them be available just anytime for anybody to make. Now, I think there's still a chance we could do them in another knit-along, because it's one of those patterns where these are kind of patterns that are just, they're really fun to come back to. They're super beginner friendly. We've got the video course done, and they're super creative. So we might bring them back at some later point. But for now, they're going into our pattern page on the site, on Ravelry. You can get them everywhere. And I so hope that you will join in making one of these. Like I said, I wasn't going to do it, but I've got a doctor's appointment today, and I'm thinking I might be bringing all, 15 balls of yarn with me to knit something while I wait in the waiting room. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And I think that's it. They go on sale. Now it's next Wednesday. I'm not sure of that exact date, so I'll make sure to put that in the show notes, and that'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And then, I think the only other thing that's worth sharing is this amazing tip that makes this sweater a lot easier if you do plan on using a lot of different types of yarn, and that's just needle felting your ends together. So we sell the needle felting tools and the board, the blocking board. It's not a blocking board. It's a needle felting like pad on our site. And it's just, these tools make it amazing because you can needle felt two ends of yarn together. You can also needle felt your ends after you've woven in your end. And it just makes it so much easier and faster to deal with ends and to rest assured or feel confident that they will not pop free to the outside of your work. So a lot of fun needle felting, and very satisfying to not have those pesky ends bother you later. All right, I think that's everything. I will be back, I hope, in a week or two to share, hopefully a week, to share all about the projects I've been knitting. I have so many. It will be a long episode, but definitely let me know if there's anything else you'd love me to share about here. I love being on YouTube, and I'd love to hear from you if there's something in particular. All right, have an awesome day. Bye.